everyone, I'm Miss Susan, and I'm here today to share some book recommendations for children and teens. The books I recommend today can be easily found digitally on the Cape May County website at on Hoopla or Libby at www.cmclibrary.org. I'm going to be recommending 3 different books today, and I will share the information about their genre, the suggested grade level range, and age range, as well as the guided reading level. I hope you like the books I picked for this video. My first book is Top Cat by Lois Ehlert. Top Cat is the name of a cat in this house, and he's pretty much a boss. He likes to rule the house and guard the house, and he's pretty happy, but he gets bored until one day when his life changes drastically because a striped kitten arrives from the local animal shelter. So Top Cat doesn't know what to make of this striped kitten, and there's a lot of changes that happen once the kitten arrives. And in this story you'll find lots of great rhymes. There's also a rhythm to the text. The author has chosen to do like a collage for illustrations. So it makes it pretty neat to read and see the various ways the author chose to illustrate the text. And this book is pretty cool because there's a lot of onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia are sound words, and so almost every page has a lot of sound words on it. This text is appropriate for preschoolers through 2nd grade, ages 3-4-year-olds through 7-year-olds, and it is a guided reading level H text. This book can be found, let's see, on the Cape May County website on Hoopla as an ebook. So this was my first recommendation, Top Cat by Lois Ehlert. My second book recommendation is Miss Daisy is Crazy by Dan Gutman. Dan Gutman is a great children's book author. He's written a lot of books. He's very popular. And Miss Daisy is Crazy is actually the first book in a series, the series My Weird School series. Okay. And this is a really funny book starring AJ and his friends as they attend this very weird school. AJ is a typical boy. He likes football, he likes playing video games, but he does not like school. He thinks school is boring. Miss Daisy is AJ's 2nd grade teacher. But Miss Daisy is not very smart. In fact, AJ thinks Miss Daisy is dumb because she can't add, she doesn't know how to add, she doesn't know how to subtract, she can't read, and she can't write. So Miss Daisy is kind of in over her head. The chapters in this book are kind of short. You see the main characters are different, AJ's friends. The chapters are fairly short. There's a lot of space between words, and there's even some pictures on some of the pages. So this is a really good book. Excuse me. This is a really good book for reluctant readers. A lot of times reluctant readers kind of shy away from a lot of words on the page, and so combining the fact that this book is funny and has really a great funny story and short chapters and not a lot of words on the page, this is going to be a good book that if you can get your child to read it, they'll probably enjoy it, and then you have lots of books to follow because this is a series. This entertaining story is written for grades 2 through 5, ages 7 through 10, and it's a guided reading level O. And Miss Daisy is Crazy can be found on the Cape May County website, on Hoopla, and on Libby as an ebook. So that was my second book recommendation. My third book recommendation is The Thing About Jellyfish by Ali Benjamin. And this is actually an audiobook because I didn't have the actual text here with me. But this is a really interesting story. It's a juvenile realistic fiction novel. And it's also a coming of age story about grief and wonder, about friends and friendship, about adolescence and middle school. 7th grader Susie Swanson, also known as Zoo by her family and her friends, had a best friend since elementary school. But her best friend drowns during the summer between 6th and 7th grade. Now, since Zoo really knew her best friend well, she knew that her friend was an excellent swimmer. So Zoo believes that her friend didn't actually drown, and she develops a very elaborate plan to prove her theory that her friend didn't drown. Did I mention that Zoo also hasn't spoken a word since learning of her friend's drowning? She became a selective mute. So this kind of makes it interesting in the story when that happens and how she's trying to communicate with family and at school and to develop her plan. Also, what's this thing about jellyfish? What role does jellyfish play in the story? Well, it's kind of interesting. You'll have to read the story to find out that point. This book is written for grades 5 through 9, ages 10 through 14, and it's a guided reading level Y. It can be found on the Cape May County Library website, on Libby as an ebook. This is a kind of a neat book, so you might want to try this one out. So in order to get all these books digitally, you'll need your library card. So you want to get your library card and go to the website www.cmclibrary.org. When you get on the site, you'll see on the right hand side the word menu, and right next to the menu 3 little lines. That's considered a hamburger menu, so click on those 3 lines, and then you'll notice when the next page comes up you can click on the word borrow. Go ahead and click on borrow, and when the next page comes up you can click on the word ebooks, and that'll bring you direct access to Hoopla and Libby, and you can go ahead and into one of those 2 digital platforms and access any of the 3 books that I shared today and many, many more. If you don't have a library card, that's not a problem. Go to www.cmclibrary.org, and you'll see right in the center of the page the wording is get a library card here. So you go ahead and click on that little picture with get a library card here, and you fill out a little bit of information and you'll be able to get your library card. If you had a card but you lost your card, that's not a problem either. Just go ahead and email us at reference@cmclibrary.org and someone will contact you. Don't forget to go to the CMC Library Kids link, where you can find recommended reading lists for grade levels from babies and toddlers all the way up to 7th and 8th graders. So in order to do that, just click on the CMC Library Kids, and then you'll notice when you scroll down the page there's a spot for you to click on Read, Watch, Listen. When you click on that section, you'll see cool reading lists for each of the different various grade levels. I hope you enjoyed my recommendations, and thank you, and look for more children's book recommendation videos coming soon. See you next time.